Well, good morning, everyone. The hardest part of this conference was pronouncing my first and last name, so great job, Chris, I have to tell you. Bonjour à tous et merci pour cette aimable présentation. Je tiens d'abord à souligner que nous sommes réunis sur le territoire traditionnel non cédé du peuple algonquin Anishinaabe. I am very happy to join you here today on behalf of Minister Qualtrough. And as you just saw, the minister really wanted to be here today. It's great to be part of the first in-person Canada Building Trades Union conference since the start of the pandemic. We made things like this work over the last 2 years, but it's really good to see faces and people once again. I don't need to tell you how incredibly challenging the last 2 years have been. During the pandemic, my main role was to ensure that workers were safe and they were supported. And as you know, we introduced a suite of temporary measures and benefits to do just that. Some people said we were investing too much, that it would de-incentivize work, that it would prolong a pandemic economy and slow down our recovery. Well, they were wrong. Canadians are flocking back to work, and our economy has more than recovered. In March 2022, Canada's unemployment rate fell to 5.3%, the lowest it has been since 1974. Our economy added 73,000 jobs last month alone. Canada has maintained our AAA credit rating, and our debt-to-GDP ratio continues to decline. We are in a strong position. Those income supports we put in place, the investments we made to keep workers safe, supported, and attached to their jobs wasn't just the right thing to do. They were the smart thing to do. But as everyone in the room knows, this brings new challenges with it. Our economic growth is outpacing the ability of some employers to find workers. Labor shortages are the single biggest threat to Canada reaching its full economic potential. It's time to look to the future and ask ourselves, how do we build the strong, skilled workforce that Canada needs to make our economy continue to grow and to thrive? The skilled trades are at the center of this critical question. Few industries are as essential, not only to our economy, but to our everyday life. Roughly 700,000 skilled trade workers will retire in Canada between 2019 and 2028. That is scary. Right now, there is a clear demand for skilled trade workers, especially in construction trades. According to Build Force Canada, about 22% of our construction industry is expected to retire before 2031. And that means we need to recruit 309,000 new construction workers over the next decade. You know better than anyone that these are not just jobs. These are highly skilled, exciting opportunities. We need Canadians to know about these opportunities, and we want them to seize those opportunities. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. The ways in which we are working together to recruit workers, to train them, and to build strong, resilient workforce. Something I learned in my role as parliamentary secretary in this portfolio that struck me was that the average age to start apprenticeships in Canada was around 27 or 28 years. But only about 1 in 15 high school students plan to pursue a career in skilled trades. C'est pourquoi une grande partie de notre travail consiste à promouvoir les métiers spécialisés en tant que carrière de premier choix pour les jeunes et diverses populations. Nous mettons en place une stratégie afin de recadrer les conversations autour des métiers afin de sensibiliser et d'enthousiasmer pour des gens à une carrière dans les métiers spécialisés. Right now and over the next month, the Skills Canada competitions are taking place in high schools and post-secondary institutions across Canada. Young people are having fun, competing in the skills that one day will give them a career, a life, and a contribution to their community. Our government is proud to fund Skills Canada and these competitions because we know we're investing in the next generation of skilled trade workers. And there's more work to do. And that's why we're partnering with industry leaders like yourselves We formed an advisory group, and we recently ran a national advertising campaign to promote the skilled trades as a strong first-choice career path for youth and young adults. But filling these jobs is going to require an all-hands-on-deck approach, including all levels of government, industry, Indigenous communities, and unions. Our government continues to invest heavily in apprenticeships with nearly $1 billion annually going towards supporting things like grants, loans, tax credits, and EI benefits during in-school training. I think these are some of the best investments we can make. And it's literally investing in the start of someone's career, a career we know is in demand, well-paying, and fulfilling. As you may know, we recently tabled our federal budget. And thanks to the advocacy of unions like CBTU, this budget will make big investments in the skilled trades and will make it easier for employers to recruit talented workers and untapped labor pools. I think most of you are familiar with the Union Training and Innovation Program, or UTIP. This is a program designed to improve the quality of training in the skilled trades across Canada, with the clear goal of building a more skilled, certified, and productive workforce. The program has funded incredible projects and launched the careers of so many talented Canadians. Last summer, we were pleased to provide the CBTU with $4.7 million in UTIP funding for a 4-year project. This was for your project to develop climate literacy knowledge and skills in apprentices and journey workers. Through this work, you're ensuring that Canada's construction industry can incorporate climate change and healthy building objectives into the trades. And it's also a great reminder that this is an exciting time to enter the skilled trades. From our buildings to our roads, climate change is demanding that we do things differently. And workers like yourselves are going to be the ones to lead the transition into a greener future. These are the types of jobs our transition to a green economy will bring toward a more sustainable workforce for Canada's future. I'm excited to say that with Budget 2022, we are going to double the amount of federal funding for the UTIP program. Every year, this new funding will now help 3,500 new apprentices from marginalized groups, including women, newcomers, persons with disabilities, Indigenous peoples, and racialized Canadians, to begin and succeed in careers in the Red Seal trades. I really want to acknowledge the essential role that unions play in training workers. And what's so great about UTIP is that it allows us to partner with you, to jump in and support the work that you are doing so well to recruit more Canadians into the Red Seal trades. Today, I'm also very excited to announce the next step in that program. We are proud to be investing in 29 new projects across Canada through UTIP. Collectively, we're investing over $7 million in funding to help unions across Canada improve the quality of training they can provide through investments in equipment and materials. And I am so proud that 2 of the projects are actually with unions in my riding of Windsor-Tecumseh. The first is being run by Labor's Local 625 Training Trust and will provide training to workers to address new industry standards for GPS surveying technology. And the second project is being run by Carpenters and Joiners Local 494 and will develop training for new infectious control risk assessment standards for workers in carpentry trade industry. It's incredibly rewarding to see our investments in action, providing training to so many across the skilled trades industry. And I'm excited to see and learn more about the workers and communities that will benefit from these substantial investments. Each one is innovative and looks at the skills needed for today, but also for the future. And that's what makes these programs so effective. We're supporting unions that are heavily invested in the future of their own workforce. Changing the way we do things is necessary to address labor shortages. And another example of this is our investment in a new tax deduction for labor mobility. Skilled trades workers need to be able to get to the job site, no matter where it is. And my colleague, Minister O'Regan, the Minister of Labor, will be speaking with you all about this exciting new policy piece in greater detail tomorrow. When we do things differently and offer greater flexibility at work or in training, our workforces naturally become more inclusive. And that is so important. And it's a note I would like to leave on because it's about potential. The best way to grow our workforce is to make it more inclusive. A crucial pillar of the UTIP program is that it supports projects that target greater representation and participation from women, Indigenous people, newcomers, persons with disabilities, and racialized communities. This isn't to meet any quotas for quota's sake. It just makes good business sense. Last summer, the Globe and Mail published an article entitled "Women Are the Answer to Canada's Skilled Trade Shortage, but Many Roadblocks Still Exist." They profiled women like Vanessa Miller, a young single mom who left university for welding. She got her journey person ticket and became a rare thing in Canada. A woman with her own welding rig, a truck kitted out with all the equipment needed to do big jobs. Earlier, I mentioned that our government led a national advertising campaign on the skilled trades across TV, radio, and social media. And that's because we need young girls in this country to know about the Vanessas that are out there. Or Dacia Morris, another young woman who was featured in that article. She's been working as a plumber since 2021. Usually, she's the only woman on site, and this is what she hears from her male colleagues. "Oh, wow. That's amazing that you're working in the trades. We're trying to push our daughters to do it." According to economists at RBC, the gap between women's participation and men's has cost the Canadian economy $100 billion each and every year. What was the solution? To quote The Economist, obviously, skilled trades are a good opportunity. I know that the CBTU is already making this area of focus, and I applaud your efforts. Programs like Build Together. You're helping local unions and employers adapt their operations to help break down barriers for women in the skilled trades across the country. If things are changing in the skilled trades, that is largely thanks to you and to the incredibly important work that you are doing. Women are just one example. But the untapped pool of talent in the country is deep. And here I'm talking about women, Indigenous youth, newcomers, persons with disabilities. Our people are our greatest resource, and helping Canadians have equitable access to skills training is the very first step in harnessing that amazing potential and that amazing resource. I look forward to working with Minister Qualtrough and CBTU to expand and continue to improve programs like UTIP, to find new ways to recruit different people to work in the skilled trades. We cannot be passive. The skilled trades are too important to our economy, and they're too important to our country. Alors, continuons à travailler ensemble afin de constituer le main-d'œuvre solide et qualifiée dont le Canada a besoin pour son économie croissante. Je vous remercie beaucoup de m'avoir accueilli et je me réjouis du travail qui m'attend. Thank you very much.